one to take.
The wrong one.
Back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, text and turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday Ask Max session. And you missed me? I had a heart attack on the 7th of July. And I'm happy to say that I'm back. And my heart muscle is good. So learned a couple of lessons, like how important your diet is and exercise. So anyway, let's jump in to all of you. Our boot camp, because of my illness, got delayed. And we had our first session of boot camp on Thursday. So we're literally going to run out the rest of the month helping all of you, frankly, talk to more people and close more sales. So this afternoon, we're not going to have a mastermind session. I have to pace myself. And but the bottom line is, it's easy to identify perfect prospects, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook, from the information listed on their profile, their daily visible activity, and their answers to some simple questions. You must follow the scripts. All right, these scripts are proven. They work almost like magic. So if you only talk to perfect prospects about your business that need or want what you're selling, you'll only talk to more people and you'll close more sales. Now, it can take less than 3 or 4 messages exchanged back and forth to identify a good prospect from a bad one, Facebook or LinkedIn. The good news is it's a lot easier to do on LinkedIn than Facebook because your choices are easy. You're talking to somebody you think is a good prospect, you can star the message, making it easier to keep track. And it only takes 6 to 10 messages back and forth to identify a great prospect. Again, it's all about sticking to the scripts, which focus on the other person. So who are we looking for? We're looking for business builders, people who are looking for a way to make money from home. We're looking for unhappy network marketing leaders looking for a new company. And over the last 4 or 5 months, a number of network marketing companies that I've worked with have crashed, or in the process of crashing. Additionally, network marketing orphans, people who are open to looking at your business. Customers, people who would eagerly buy your products if they knew about them. And if they like them and decide they want to make extra money, they could turn into business builders. And finally, affiliate or internet marketers who are trying to make money online. This is how easy it is to pick out the best people. Now, if you're not having the results that you want on Facebook and LinkedIn, once your profile is set up, the reasons are easy to identify, simple to fix. We're going to jump into some accounts this morning, some of my students. We're going to look and see the ones who are following the scripts, picking the right people. And we're going to look at some people that are trying to take shortcuts, and it's not working out so well for them. So if you're not having the results you're looking for, first, it's your profile. What you put out there for people to see about yourself. You want to be the person that they're looking for. Social networking law number one, what you see is what you get. What people see on your profile is what they expect you want to talk about. You want them to look at your profile and say, wow, this is somebody. Wow, this is somebody that I'd really like to know. I could learn from this person. I like their posts. I can take what they post and I can share it with my team, with my friend. Starts there. If you don't have a good profile, you're toast. Second, you're not following the scripts. The scripts are not about you introducing your business. Hey, Mary, it's nice to connect with you on LinkedIn. Would you be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? No. And unfortunately, for those of you that are in network marketing, there are millions of network marketing that are taught to do exactly that, which is the reason why you don't want to have anything on your profile about your network marketing business. 3, you're talking to the wrong people. 4, you're talking about your business too soon. This is probably the biggest mistake that most people make. And 5, you're not qualifying your prospects. That's it. I like to compare it to going to the supermarket to buy a tomato. You want to serve a salad tonight. So you're going to the tomato section and you're looking for a ripe tomato, one that's ready to go. If you're planning on serving a salad on Sunday or next Monday or Tuesday, again, how ripe the tomato is easy to identify. You can talk to perfect prospects all summer long. You pick out the people that you want to talk to. Your closing ratio, at least 1 out of 10. The better you get at this, you could be closing 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. I've got examples of students that are closing 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So what I'm going to do now, let me pop over here. And I'm going to jump into LinkedIn. And some of LinkedIn's newest features make it easier for you to talk to the best people, all right? So I'm going to just do a quick check here on my network. Every day on LinkedIn, I got 20 people that want to connect with me. You go over here to catch up. So let's see who changed their job. Now, Frank is a former student. He's been working with me for maybe 8 or 9 years. And he's back. And what we did a couple of days ago was we made some changes to his profile. Actually, we did it on Thursday night, boot camp. And since we made some changes, LinkedIn broadcast these changes out, and he's already had 8 people that liked it. He had 2 people that made comments. That's going to grow. We look at, see, Frank right now is connected. I've been on LinkedIn for a long time. 3,400 connections. 1/3 of these people, 1/3 of them are prospects. And many of them fell through the cracks. So I'm going to jump out of his account. I'm going to jump into Ruthella's account. And let's just take a quick look and see. Okay. So Ruthella, you're up to 226. Let me unmute you.
Yeah, I am.
Good morning.
Good morning, Max. How are you? I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too, to tell you the truth.
Glad you're here. It's like I'm glad you're here, but I hope you take care of you. And
Oh, no,
we
no,
need.
no. Listen, I'm good. So let me
Okay,
get,
great.
so this is what I'm noticing. The last time people connected with you was last Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry, last
3
Monday.
days. Yeah.
Last Monday, okay. All right, so let's go over. So you got new connections here.
And there's a Carol, I think, who wants to know about network marketing. I saw the script, but I didn't know if I should write everything on the script to her.
Okay. So who are we looking at?
Yeah, Carol, I think. She asked about
Oh,
uh
Carol?
yeah, I think so. I think she asked me about I think it's she. Isn't she? Somebody asked me yesterday. I wasn't sure.
Okay. Let me pull up. I thought I did, but I'm
Might not be her. I'm not sure.
okay. You know, I
Let me check.
get a kick out of this. Let me come back.
Okay.
Okay, now she's online right now.
I'm not sure if it's okay.
So
I think
she's seeking a new opportunity. She's got
mm-hmm.
100 connections, and she's in Michigan, and she's got the open to work frame. And so let's take a look and see. So the most important thing that you want to know about somebody is what do they do? So according to this, she's a sales consultant for the Up Network. She's also been working with Nixie Enterprises. She's the Chief Executive Officer. And then she was a writer, legal secretary. Let's look at all the things that she's done. I mean, think about it. Look at what you know about this person before you decide whether you even want to talk to her. So she was an operations manager. Then she went to work for Kelly Services, leasing manager, and she's got sales experience, legal secretary. It's kind of interesting what prompted her to do that. And she's a writer. Now, writers don't make a lot of money, and it's not consistent. And here she is, the Chief Executive Officer for Nixie Enterprises. What you want to know about somebody is what do they do? And here, while she's doing this, she says she's also a sales consultant, direct sales. The obvious question, first question you want to know, which is an easy question to ask, is why does she have the open to work frame? Now, she could either be looking, and she says, I'm seeking a new opportunity. Let's go back and take a look at the message. So you reached out to her in May. Here the icebreaker. You came back and asked her the second question, how long have you been on LinkedIn? She didn't tell you, but she's an eager socializer. She's communicating. Now we send the third message. Why do you have the open to work frame? Now, here's the thing. She's a talker, but you want to talk to somebody that's going to answer your question. Now, when we're talking to somebody, it's very simple. We've got script, we have an agenda. When you ask a question and you're looking for, what am I going to say next? The next question is going to come out of the last mess that they're answering. Okay, so why do you have the open to work frame? I'm leaving employment options open. Now, we ask open-ended questions that can't be answered with a yes or a no. There's 6 words to get an open-ended question. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Okay, so let's go down here. I'm leaving employment options open. Why? You ask her, why do you have the open to work? I'm leaving options open. What's wrong with what you're currently doing? Okay. Now, don't we have a script? When somebody asks you what you do, let me come back over here.
I think she wanted to know more about my family and stuff and what I do, so that's what I said.
Okay, well, let's come back up here. Let's see, so you wanted a cow, but this may not be the cow. So let's come up.
Yeah.
And
It may not be this one, I'm not sure, because I just saw the flash yesterday.
that's okay. That's okay. So let's look up here because we know we covered it. When you're talking to people, you're going to be asking people what they do. you should have a prepared answer that you're going to use with everybody. Let's see what we came up with.
I don't think we have something, no?
Oh, I know we do.
Oh.
These are the things that you're searching for. So we had the first message, second message.
I think that was fast. I think that was this when it first started. I don't think.
No, I think
No, I don't think.
here it is right here.
No. That's in 2022. So this is a long time.
Okay. All right. So it's further
Yeah,
back.
we don't have anything current. I don't think so because I had the script, but I wasn't sure how to answer. I'm not sure if it's this Carol or another one, but I know it's a Carol asked me about network marketing.
Okay. All right. So I guess we didn't do that.
No.
Okay. So let's look for a minute. Let's look at your profile. So you're a coach. We come down here. Okay. So basically, you do two things. You've been a legal assistant for 26 years. And you're also, let's come over here. Whoops. What do you do? "26 years." Okay. So the rest of it, okay. So right up your profile, what do you do? So there's basically three things. Legal assistant for a law firm. Also worked with women. Okay, so let's make it kind of interesting, okay? What do you do? Additionally, and let's use your words, mindset coach. To overcome now you're going to say this over and over again.
Hmm?
Okay, and I have a fast growing internet business. And then we come
Okay.
back and we ask them a question. So somebody asks you, what do you do? Now remember this. Let's come back and take a look at what Carol asked you.
I think that's
So I'm leaving employment options open. Well, okay. Hey, Carol, it's nice that you're leaving employment options open. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Well, what do you do? You're a sales consultant. You've been doing this for 3 years. What do you do? What do you sell? Here you're the chief executive officer. You've been doing this for 17 years.
Did you order flowers today from Dolly's for Sarah's daughter's birthday for Monday?
No,
What?
Not now.
Tonight, today?
All right. So look at this.
Mm-hmm.
What does she do? She has been the chief executive officer for 18 years. What does she do? Why, she's telling you she is open to work to generate extra income. What does she tell us here? She's been doing this, whatever Nixie Enterprises is. She's been doing it for almost 18 years. And now, 3 years ago, she becomes a sales consultant for a company called Upwork. What's that all about? Why would someone who is the CEO of a company for 18 years, okay?
Decide to Upwork.
Well, but why would she go to work? Why would she take on a side job? That's what you want to know. Okay? So let's come back and look at the conversation. So you ask her here, why do you have the open to work frame? I'm leaving employment open. Why? Why are you leaving employment options open? You're the CEO of a company. You've been doing that for 18 years. And you're also this sales consultant here for this other company. What's going on? You're looking for somebody to get into your business. You're looking for somebody that you can groom, that will partner with you, somebody that wants to go fast into your business. You have to, the process is simple. And we have to look at what they tell us about themselves and then how they answer our question. So remember what we said. The answer to the next question that you're going to ask comes from the answer that you got to your last question. Okay? So I'm leaving employment options open. Why? Why? You got 2 jobs. Why? Why? What's going on in your life that you're looking for open options? Now she says, please share more about your life, career, and family. Carol, I'd love to do that, but I asked you first. Okay?
Gotcha.
I asked you first. I'll be happy to tell you anything about. Naturally, we don't want to make that part of the conversation, but the bottom line, I'd be delighted to tell you. But this is a quid quo pro kind of deal. Okay? So please share more about your life, career, and family. All right, so here. She didn't answer your question. So I'm glad to know that you're keeping your income options open. Well, but we don't. Why? And when you said here, take a look at my profile, it provides a decent overview of my areas of interest. Okay, now, when you ask someone a question and they come back and they say, take a look at my profile, how do you feel? I'm asking you a question. Don't tell me, take a look at my profile. I'm asking you a question. So now we come down here and the last part here. What do you know about the network marketing business model? Totally not appropriate. This is what you call a manipulative question. Okay? I mean, you can see it, right? What we want to know is we want to know about her. If we knew why she's looking for work. If we knew what was going on, then we'd have the opportunity to say, you know, most of the people, most of the professionals that I work with today that are looking for ways to make extra income are working with a network marketing company. What do you know about the network marketing business model? But just putting it
But
out.
I see that. Yeah.
You see that? Okay. So
Yep.
now,
Yep.
so let's come down here. It'll be nice to learn more about that, perhaps so we can chat more. Okay. Now, when somebody asks you, well, it'd be nice to know more about the network marketing business model. There's a standard answer. What do we say? When I use the term network marketing, I'm talking about companies like Kanaway, Mary Kay, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So now please tell me more about your organization, International Wealth Achievement.
Well, I'm not in that. I'm not part of that. So
Well,
I don't.
right. So she wants to know all about you.
Yeah.
You're learning bupkis about her. You don't have time. So it says, also, I'm thoroughly impressed that you attain skill sets from the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Okay? So that gave you certification to become a life coach. Okay, so where are we right now? Right now, you're connected, she's talking to you. But to make this work, you're in total control. The problem is you're asking the wrong questions. So let's get this back on track, okay? So I'm gonna come back up here. I'm gonna copy that. Now, what we want to know, why is she's got two jobs. Why are you looking for more income? So first, what we're going to do to get her attention, we're going to send her a gift. And I'm going to pop up here and one that comes, because you're going to be sending the same ones over and over again. So let me go to my downloads.
Mark, I truly appreciate that, the way you shift my mind on this, answering.
Okay, so the one we want to use is focus on where you want to go, not where you are. So we're going to send this. Okay, now, when did you send this? Was that in front
I
of?
think that was yesterday. Yeah.
So we're going to start out by saying, hope you had a great week. Okay, so now, because she wants to know more about you. Okay, so we can wrap it up. We could say, thoroughly impressed. So what we're going to say is, let's pop that in there. My passion, let's say, in life has always been helping people. I've worked as a legal assistant for the same law firm for over 26 years. Additionally, is a certified life coach. She mentioned Proctor. I've coached women how to develop winning mindsets, to overcome help them overcome the obstacles they face, and I also have a fast-growing internet business. Now we could turn around, and that's, the Wealth Achievers Association. All right, now we're going to come back. When I use the term, when I ask the question, no. Because you're going to say the same thing when I use the term network marketing. Companies like Amway, Nu Skin, Mary Kay, and Ava. Now, we're not.
Can I put a space between the two after business before when I use like the two separate mindsets here?
Sure, okay.
No, yeah, when I use the term network marketing, you want to separate that or
Well, okay, well, we
yeah,
can do.
right. That's my style.
When I
Sorry.
used the term network marketing, I was referring to companies like Amway, Nu Skin.
And Avon.
Now, normally the question we would ask here would be, what experience do you have with network marketing? What experience have you had with these companies? Okay.
She doesn't have
But,
any.
but we have a more pressing question, which is why I'm still not very clear as to what actually are doing. Why need two jobs? And why you need two jobs and yet are open to making additional income. Okay, so she wants you to tell her about your International Association of Money Builders. Okay, you want her Nixie Enterprises. You got to remember this, and this is for all of you. You're in control. You decide who you want to talk to. You decide who is a prospect. Now, and so let's send this to her. Now, and then of course we want to think in terms of posts. But everything that you do with someone. So if this wasn't the person, let's come back over to your messages.
Yeah, she's a person because I was the one who asked. It's she. She was the one who asked me about tell her about my network marketing. I think she's
No, I didn't see that. Where did
yeah. If you go back to her questions, go back up to her stuff. No, that's go back again. Go back up because she's. Please tell me more about your organization.
Okay.
I see you online. I wasn't online. That's what she said. Please tell me more about your organization.
But that's not asking you about network marketing. It's asking you what's your business.
International Wealth Achievers Association. I'm not.
It doesn't necessarily have to be network marketing. She's asking you, and that's the purpose, the reason that your profile is set up this way. Your profile is a magnet. It's a magnet. Everything people see on your profile, your changing cover, a holistic lifestyle and mindset coach, business mentor, International Wealth Achievers Association. This makes people curious about who you are. What do you do? So as people, so the beauty of this whole process is we can proactively go out. We can be looking for people to talk to. And when we're having a conversation with somebody, so she's seeking an opportunity. You, on the other hand, are seeking someone to work with. You're looking for a business builder. You want somebody that is goal-oriented, someone that has sales ability, sales skills, somebody that's great building teams. You want somebody that's going to come into your business, roll up their sleeves, and excuse my French, bust their ass trying to make money, building a business.
Yep.
That's who you're looking for. She says, I'm seeking a new opportunity. Why? Why? Because you have an opportunity. You have the opportunity that, frankly, has the potential to help so many people. There are millions of people out there that need your help. You can't help everybody. If you're going to help someone, you want to work with somebody that's you want to help somebody achieve their goals. So what are their goals? Why? When we look at the profile, open to work, that's what it says. I'm open to work. Now, open to work either means she's looking for customers for this, or, and this is direct sales, or Nixie. So what is Nixie? What is it? So if this has to do with her writing, well, we know that people don't get paid for what they write consistently. You don't make a lot of money as a writer. So she clearly needs help with her profile. Now she says here, her skills, direct sales. So what does she do? Because she's been doing this for 3.5 years. So let's just focus on that for a minute. Okay, so she's got this business over here. She's a writer. We don't know what it is, but we can make that assumption. And on here, you never want to make assumptions. That's why we ask questions. So here, for 3.5 years, she's in sales. And it says here, direct sales. Okay, so what are you selling? Because at the end of the day, what you're looking at, she's telling you she's got a sales job. So as part of the duo who created the scandalously wicked historical fiction involving the Lincoln assassination. Hello, you don't make any money doing that. News and updates available. 2018. All right, so this is irrelevant. It's relevant. What's important, the sooner you get to the heart of who the person on the other end you're talking to, the sooner you're going to know, do I want to keep talking to them or not? She is, these people, if they're not working, they got all kinds of time in the world. Tell me about this. Tell me about, all the questions she's asking you. She's impressed. Okay? Okay, she's impressed. But what you want to know about her, she wants to know what you do. We could have knocked this out of the park earlier. But still, the bottom line is, who is she? What does she do? That's the $64 question. What does she do? Why is she seeking a new opportunity? Hey, you got 2 jobs. So that would give you the impression that what she's doing here, she's achieving, this is her own little business. Currently the company is busily managing our treasured e-commerce store. Let's look at the rest of it. So we got an e-commerce store. What do you sell there? What is this? And if it was making a lot of money, why do you have 2 jobs? So is she doing this full time, or what does she do? What does she sell? What does she do? The question that you want to know about everybody you talk to. What do you do? And when we ask that question, we want to know, what do you do that pays your light bill? What do you do that makes your car payment? What do you do that that provides you with the income to live? Now, believe it or not, because remember, this is the internet. Believe it or not, in addition to this, she could have a retail job at Macy's selling jewelry. She's not going to put that on here because it's not it's not what she wants to put herself out there at. She could be a hostess. She could be a bartender. She could be doing something on something else. What does she do? Why?
Got that.
Okay, that's okay. So the more you know about the other person, that positions you to be able to come back. In fact, let me come back over here, because if we didn't have a lot.
Thank you so much for this eye opener. Yeah.
So here, look. Okay, and I'm going to skip this part because it's all about learning about the other person. Okay, so Pete sends me this. Why is it better to go to a dance with the prospect with all the 12 questions? Let me go back. Some of you are new.
Hey, Max, it's Pete Olson. I wanted to take a couple minutes to give you a shout out for your amazing endless free leads program. As you know, I'm the number one money earner globally in Mint Builder, number one recruiter, and I couldn't have done that without your endless free leads program. And as you know, we go back to when I was in the Numis days, and your program was introduced to me way back in 2012. And within a 4-month period, I rose to the top of the company. I have unleashed your programs on my entire company. Very excited to say that dozens have already come into your boot camp. And what's so incredible about it is that these people now are going to be able to recruit where they never were able to before. They can do it in an hour a day from their home with their phone or their laptop and just have conversations that you teach. It literally is revolutionary, but yet it's so simple. You know, you could teach a kindergartner to do it. I mean, my gosh, I was in Las Vegas for a week partying and the whole 9 yards. And while I was there, I recruited 4 people while I was on vacation. I mean, it was that easy. It's eliminated people having to have people traipsing through their living room with home parties. It's eliminated the hotel rallies and the meeting at Starbucks. You know, the stay-at-home mom, anybody can just do it hour a day, and they will absolutely blow up their business and become 6-figure earners in their company if they go to your boot camp and get your endless free leads.
So he sent me, I brought in 30 new recruits in June and July. Well, that's 15 a month. But he sends me this. I had a good question today from one of my downline. He asked, why is it better to go through a dance with the prospect with all the 12 success questions that could span days or weeks to get through it all, versus just asking, Bob, are you keeping your options open to making money if it doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing, which is what all the network marketers out there are being taught to do. He said, isn't that faster, more direct and to the point if you get a yes or a no right away as to they're open or not? I thought it was a great question. And then I think I already know your answer. Your answer is because when you take the time to dance with someone, you're qualifying them, and you'll have a better chance of them saying yes to looking at your opportunity than if you just ask that one question directly. I think also you'd say that it doesn't matter how long it takes to get through the questions. If you have enough conversations going, your pipeline's full, the conversations will finish when they finish. And when your pipeline is full, you'll get more yeses to looking at your opportunity. And of course, with more people looking at your opportunity, the more closes you're going to have. Am I right? He's 100% right. You're learning the Socratic method of selling. It's one of the most powerful techniques you can use in sales. And it dates back over 2,000 years to Socrates. The Socratic method is about asking your prospect a series of thoughtful, carefully crafted questions that are easy for anyone to answer and naturally guide them to the logical conclusion that they need and want what you're offering. What do they do? Why are they looking for an opportunity? Got to ask the right questions. For years, my scripts have followed the Socratic method of selling, and when used correctly, the questions you ask make sales conversations feel like you're having coffee with a close friend, allowing for an open, honest conversation between you and your prospect. And they're eager to talk to you. The questions internally persuade your prospect, because in answering them, they not only tell you what their problems are, why they have them, what caused them, and how their problems are affecting them, but at the same time, they're telling themselves the same thing. Their answers help them challenge their beliefs as why they're in their current situation in the first place. Give them a different perspective on their situation. So she's got this company, and for 17 years, you know, she does this stuff. But 3 years ago, she had to take another job to make money. But she's still open to making more money. Why is that? The obvious answer is because she's not making enough money at that job. But we have to. And as we're asking questions, she's thinking about those things. Then they experience a powerful internal motivator that makes them automatically feel like changing their situation and taking action now instead of some way. My friend, it's magical. You ask a question, boom, they come back and they answer it. You ask another question, boom, they come back and answer it. So when you ask the right question at the right time in a conversation with a prospect, you don't have to try to persuade them anymore because your questions help your prospects persuade themselves. Well, so here I am, I got this company, we're trying to sell things on the internet. I wasn't enough money making money doing that, so I had to take this part-time job, but I'm still open to an opportunity. Why? Because she's not making enough money doing that. Conversations are at the foundation of the Socratic method of selling. And all you have to do when you ask a question, study the answer, look at the answer, and in that next question is your next question. You want to react and respond to what they say. You just don't want to go question, question, question. But it's so powerful. When you're talking to a prospect, the questions you ask actually help them analyze and diagnose their problems and how their problems have affected them personally. She's doing two things and she's still looking to make more money. So when you answered her question, what do you do? Well, I've got this fast-growing internet business. As soon as you say that, they want to know, what's the internet business? Your question appropriately, hey, I'd be happy to tell you all about it. What do you know about the network marketing business model? You control the conversation. Questions also help reveal what their problems are and if they want to change their situation. And we keep moving the conversations forward as long as you're getting the answers that you want. Every answer either moves the conversation forward to your satisfaction or talk to somebody else. Because there are millions of people that you all can talk to. Questions engage your prospect emotionally, make them feel like they're part of the conversation. So Carol, I'm curious. You've been doing this for 17 years. I get that. And now you've got this side job, but you want to make more money. Why? Why? A transition, like, most of the people that I work with on LinkedIn that are looking to make additional income on the side are working with a network marketing company. What network marketing companies have you worked with? When you listen to their answers and then go further with deeper questions, they will feel understood, respected, validated. Traditional sales questions can make people feel like they're being interrogated and they tend to stop talking. And using the lines that the average network marketer out there is being taught. You keep your options open to making money. Would you be interested in making some extra money on the side if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? If not, no big deal. The power of asking questions. Here's why it works so effectively. Questions make people think. When you ask the prospect the right questions, you engage their mind. You encourage them to reflect on their needs, their challenge. And that's the way it works. So in our boot camp that just started, we're going to be focusing on questions. We're going to be focusing on conversations. We're going to be focusing on specific professionals that are seriously looking for a new opportunity. And if somebody is looking for a new opportunity, that's the importance of the project launch script. Because you have to be able to show the person on the other end, hey, I'm about to launch a special project in Melaleuca. Hey, I'm about to launch a special project. Work with two people that have your skills to become trainers and leaders in our company. Become senior directors in the next 90 days and make up to 60 grand. Would you like to know more about it? Or what do you know about the network marketing industry? the folks in the folks in Isagenix for years. I mean, 60 people became $1 million earners. I'm about to launch a special project. Help 2 people earn $15,000, $5,000 a month for the next 3 months on their way to becoming a top earner. That's how it works. And you know enough about the person on the other end to know if you even want to ask the question. But when we ask the right questions, if people don't answer you, they don't give you the correct answer, then what do? We ask it another way. There's no point in going further. No point in going further if you haven't learned enough about the person to know, hey, do I want to continue? Because, my God, there are millions of people waiting to talk to you. So I am not going to have a mastermind session this afternoon. I'm supposed to pace myself. And
this was a great session, honestly.
Well,
very good. I guess I hope other people there, didn't think it's like the time was mine, because if I was on the line and you were talking to somebody else, I think I would have learned, a lot from what you said today.
Well, okay, so let's take a little. Let me take a look. Let me ask Linda.
That was for everybody. It was very
Linda,
good.
Did you learn anything today?
Absolutely. Sometimes even things that you knew, but this time you're ready to hear them at a different level. Always, and then something new too. Absolutely. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Good. Let's take a look at Carl.
Oh, my battery.
Now, some of these folks, may not have their phones on, or their. Let's look at Richard. I mean, we already know the answer, so and the bottom line is, the more you do this, the more repetitive. Let me ask Bev if she learned anything today.
I understand the system. I come from direct sales. I'm direct and to the point. I've got a big learning curve that I have to make right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not about you, it's about them. And once you make, when I got into network marketing, I only got a couple more minutes. I came from an industry. I had a multi-million-dollar company. I had enough self-confidence to know I could sell anything. And the first month, man, I didn't make a sale. I in fact, I was at an upscale restaurant in Palm Beach, and there were like 9 people around the table, and somebody asked me what I did, and I literally gave a business presentation to everybody at the table. There were 4 people that never talked to me since. Okay, it's not about you. Once I learned you're in a listening business, not a convincing business. You're in a sorting business, not a selling business. Once you learn that, you're going to talk to more people and you're going to close more sales. Sunday night, we're going to have a special broadcast where we're going to talk more about some of the new things about LinkedIn and Facebook that have changed that can make or break your business. The more you know about these things, the easier it's going to be to talk to people. So until next time, there are millions of people waiting to talk to you.
It's the Max Method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.